Hello ladies and gentlemen of the StarCraft Nation, Zoya here from the Starcraftsquad, and today I'm showing you a new build I've been doing in TvP. It's pretty fun. I learned it from EG Puma. He did it at IEM whichever one, IDRA one, which I believe was IEM New York. He used it there against Hasuabs, I believe is when I saw it. Apparently it's been a build that's been used a lot, but I started using it lately. I kind of throw it into my build order rotation, and it's a pretty fun build. So I thought I'd show you guys how to pull it off and where its weaknesses and strengths lie. So spawning in the bottom left as the blue Terran is myself, ERG Zoya. And the top right as the red Protoss is NYQ Gibbs. So going to do this as a normal commentary. Now, the reason why, I've said this in several videos before, but I've started walling off against Protoss. Now, I don't wall off with my barracks, no, I wall off with 3 supply depots. The reason you don't want to wall off with your barracks is because of Void Rays. Void Rays could easily charge up off the tip of your barracks, and it's hard to maneuver around it with Marines when you have that big thing in your way and you have to lower the depots on the side. I wall off with 3 depots though, or perhaps a bunker and 2 depots to have that wall in case that DT rush comes by and I'm just quite not ready yet, or that 4-gate comes and you can use the wall to stay alive just a couple extra seconds. And when the Void Ray rush does come when you need the wall, you can lower. It's easier to maneuver your Marines in and out of it and lower and upper your depots quite easily. So scout's going on right now. He's scouting me. He sees that 1 gas. Doing some damage to his probe. You gotta be very careful of that. You don't want to take any health damage on your probe. You just get out of there as soon as your shields fall. I'm scouting here. Well, I don't really scout anything right now. I've noticed that he doesn't have his first gas yet, which is a bit off. I'm thinking he was distracted by his probe, but then I do see that he does put it down late, so I realize that he's getting a really late gas here, so he's probably going to be forcing himself either into a terrible 4-gate or a fast expand, because that was a really late gas here. Now, the key to this build is keeping the scout alive. You can't let the scout die, because you're going to see what goes down in a moment. Now, my first Marine's out. I am getting that tech lab. I don't need the second gas for this build. This is a 1-gas build. It's a, you'll see it's a kind of a fast expand, but not super fast. It's not like an expansion first or a barracks expand. You get your expansion down fairly quickly. Now, this is done producing another Marine because I want to use my gas. Sometimes you can produce that Marauder. I did screw up this build pretty royally. I did not get my guys in gas immediately, so I'm really behind on gas. Normally, I like to do the Marauder and get concussive shell immediately, but since I'm so behind on gas, I have to do it this way. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm putting down a proxy factory. And what this is going to allow me to do is I'm going to be able to lift this off and land it right here, just out of the line of sight of his vision. So command center is being built. I'm still pumping out Marines because I'm so gas starved. It's just a huge mistake on my part. Normally, what you do is, this is what the normal build I do is, I push with 2 Marauders and a Marine and 2 SCVs, because most Protosses are fast expanding now. They want to get up that quick expansion to hold off the 1-1-1. So most Protosses will be fast expanding. So what you do is you lift this guy off, you land him in the base, you start pumping out Hellions, and then you push the expansion at the same time, so he has to display his forces. And with those 2 SCVs I push with, I build 2 bunkers here, so he has to focus fire on this, while my Hellions really... Now, I do like to send in this little SCV after I build the factory, just to scout what's going on in here, and I'm going to land just barely out of his line of sight. If we go to his vision right now, don't want to do player cam, he cannot see it, but it's there. So in my base, I have this stuff. I realize how behind I am because of that gas, so I don't really want to push here. I'm just going to defend my base and try and do some harassment with the Hellions. Well, this isn't the best way to do this build, of course. We have seen my many mistakes. Hopefully I can get you a replay of it where I am not making mistakes. But right now I'm just slowly pushing out these Hellions. Just slowly pumping them out. I am slowly killing this off. I don't want any big push to come. I was afraid of a 4-gate. He is getting that robo now. I'm still pumping out these Hellions, and once I get 3, I'm going to go try and do an attack. Normally, it's whenever you do the push, you're going to want to do the timing push with the first Hellion. You have just one Hellion that you're microing against these probes while you're attacking the Nexus. But since I'm not doing that, I want to get 3 Hellions, because 3 red flame Hellions all will one-shot a probe, one-shot any form of worker. So you're going to want to get those 3 Hellions as quick as possible. Make sure you're not supply blocking yourself. And then when I'm paying attention, there we go. So I should still be building Hellions right now. Here comes my first 3. Doing some decent damage here. Could have been a little bit better here. Perfect lineup there for me. I could have done just a lot better there. And that's 11 probes killed. 11 probes killed. Currently supplies 49 to 38. Did pretty good damage there. Rebuilding Hellions. I should have been kept building them though. I would have almost had 2 by now. And I should have transferred expansion. I was worried of some form of all-in, yet I hadn't realized he was expanding because I saw the 3 gates. I was thinking a Stargate play was on the way or something. I forgot. This game was kind of old, and I remembered it today, and I wanted to cast it for you guys. So I should have been pumping out Hellions quicker. I would have almost 3 by now to redo another attack and just slaughter his mineral line. Right now I'm finally deciding to expand. Don't have stim yet. Should have been researching stim by now. Getting that expansion going. Got my second gas going. Still pumping out these Hellions though. When I have another 3, I'm going to go in for another attack and try and do more damage. Income tab shows 32 to 22, so I'm up 10 harvesters on him. Doing pretty good right now. Even though he's been on 2 bases a lot longer than I have. You really need to be utilizing this Chrono boost. But yeah, like I said, normal push is supposed to be with 1 Hellion harassing the mineral line. That's how I normally do it. And then you have the bunkers here and here, and you try and snipe the Nexus or just kill all his probes. He won't have too much forces when he's doing fast expand. So 3 Hellions coming in one last time. Trying to get a good lineup there. Not getting any good shots because I'm bad. And now he finally sees the factory, so he's going to try and focus firing it down. And guys, factories have 1250 life. That's a lot of health to have to kill. Now, if we go to the workers kill tab, I only killed 12 there, or 8 workers, or 7 workers in that push, sorry. So there was obviously a lot more improvement to be done there. But now I can just fly this factory back home. I'm able to get a starport. And I've done a lot of harassment damage while expanding. So even though he expanded way before I did, even though I've screwed up so many times, I did enough damage to where I'm still up 10 harvesters, even though he's been on 2 bases longer. I've secured my expansion, and I still have my factory, which I can bring back home. Starport's producing, and now I just transition into a normal game, getting my Ghost Academy. I want the Ghost, of course, for EMP. He has lots of sentries. I saw when I did that scout. EMP's great. He's getting that forge for his upgrades. He's getting that robotics facility. That's why I got the starport so quickly, is because I saw the robo facility. You have to be ready for those quick Colossus, so I got the starport ready to be able to produce Vikings if I need them. But right now that I know that I've done a good amount of damage, I mean, I haven't crushed the guy. I've just done a good amount of, I've done enough damage to where I feel secure that I can do a timing push with 3 to 4 ghosts and EMP his whole army, and hopefully stim timing push crush him. +1 weapons is almost finished, so I am going to have +1 for that push. I'll have stim. And the beauty of this build is you can do it several different ways. You can do it the way where I did with 3 Hellions, trying to one-shot as many probes as possible. You can do the 2-pronged attack, which is my favorite way to do it. Whenever I successfully execute the 2-pronged attack, I really get really far ahead. I have yet to kill the Nexus with the push, but you divide up their forces for so long that you're able to just they fall apart, really. I mean, they have to defend one or the other. If they split forces, it's going to be really difficult for them. Hellion harassment over here, they're going to want to put like 2 stalkers over here, but they're going to have like a zealot and a stalker over here to defend your front push. So here comes my big push. I believe I kind of overmade Ghost in this push. 4 is a little too much for this early of a timing push. Could have had 2 more Marauders instead. He does have a Colossus in production. He has +1 armor in production as well, and he is taking his 3rd. This, however, is a pretty beefy push. He did see it's coming out. He is getting ready for this. And this isn't that big of an army. Right now, guys, food supply is 116 to 80. So my harvester count has obviously shown a huge improvement in the game. Moving forward with my Ghost to get that EMP on those sentries. And then here he goes, stimming. He's got nothing to force field me with. Could have microed this a little better. Here I go grabbing some units, gonna snipe that Colossus. And that's GG. I just did too much damage with the Hellion harassment. And as you guys saw, it wasn't it was poorly executed, to say the least. There were so many flaws that I saw with that. Hopefully that you guys saw with it too, that could have been improved on. Again, I could have done a two-pronged attack. I could have executed my Hellion harassment a lot better. And he was still, like, just that kind of harassment alone flusters people. And when you execute it perfectly, you can actually end the game right there. So make sure you guys subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Starcraftsquad. I'll be going to tournaments this year. My team H2O is going to be sending me to these events. So I'll be updating tournament updates there and stuff on how I'm doing. And yeah, I'll be seeing you in the next videos, guys. Thanks for watching.